Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No.
Got him.
What an idiot.
That we like it a lot more, and it has a lot more spunk to it, a lot more
100%.
like uplifting and fun vibes.
Sorry, I said it like grooved immediately when we started jamming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the champion, obviously.
You feel very naked.
Yeah.
In the booth.
There's like a main. Have you been to Jeff's studio? Like there's this little window. I can see you guys all laughing and having fun.
Manny and the Barge Boys.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Song is up on Spotify now. How was the process and how does it feel to accomplish that?
Who wants it?
Who wants to take it?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think it was fun overall.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It wasn't too like tedious or difficult overall. I felt like we knew what we were trying to achieve, and like we had a lot of practice beforehand. So that when we got into the
Yeah.
studio, we were kind of ready to go. It was good.
But that part beforehand was tedious though, because we did do a
Yeah.
lot of hours beforehand, being like, okay, let's link up the sections, let's tighten up all the
Even
loose
going
bits.
off our last podcast when we were here, you shared 2 songs with me, and then
Oh.
a third one, and then
Going away.
this is actually not any that you shared.
No.
with me.
Got him. What an idiot.
Pulled the wool over my eyes. I was like, oh fuck it, she'll be gone.
Yeah.
I was like, I haven't heard this.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You
Um,
did share the makings of it at the maybe I'd say 2 months ago to me.
Yeah.
So it's pretty new, right?
It is, yeah. I think we might have came up with it like maybe 6 to 9 months ago, and then just kept working on it, and then we really like brought it to the band and like perfected it like maybe 3 months ago. It's pretty
Yeah, we kind of just decided that because we were going to record another song before, like the Sugar and Sun was going to be our first one.
Yes.
And we just kind of, after I would say Shipyards, we decided that we like it a lot more, and it has a lot more spunk to it, a lot more
100%.
like uplifting and fun vibes, and kind of
Yeah.
took the lead.
We kinda grooved
Overall,
it.
go for it. Sorry.
Sorry, I was saying it like grooved immediately when we started jamming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones we kind of were like, it's okay, like it's a song, but it's not
Yeah.
the direction we want to go in. So
100%. I'm going to be completely honest. Today, I'm getting over a hangover. I think we're all a little bit sluggish today, but
Yeah.
once I threw on that song when I was leaving work, I was fucking pumped for it.
Ah, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you want.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks.
We'll keep on cheers. It's the Cheers podcast because we can't split any
Yeah.
logo.
The E's been split.
That's good.
I'm the champion, obviously.
You've fairly sent me a lot of them actually.
Too many. I'm just trying to get some clout, you know.
Were you were over and you were traveling? You went over to
Oh yeah. So it's quite funny. The month before we were recording, I was gone.
She was
And
gone.
She was
Yeah.
gone,
There you
and there
go.
was like it was just them hammering out the same song over and over again while I was gone, to get it really dialed. And I was like,
Was that strategically like
Nah.
that?
no. I was going for Rugby World Cup, and then
Oh,
it
no
just
way.
it just happened to be that Jeff Zip.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff, the producer.
Had us booked in the next like a week or two after that, and so we did some really good practices, and then I just left, and then they were like, we're gonna jam the same song for 4 weeks.
It kind of worked actually in our favor in the end, and that's the tedious part that Hamish was kind of talking about. But that's when we really just tried to ensure that we knew every section, and we knew how we wanted to build it up from one to the next, and really get into the details of it, I think.
Yeah.
And that's where it really did come together in a solid piece. And then Matty could just come over top and take the limelight like he always does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was also like different for you guys not having a vocal
Yeah.
lead to cue
Uh-huh.
you guys where you are. So you had
Exactly.
to know the song like inside and out to
Yeah.
be able to play it without a vocalist.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
kind of cool.
You feel very naked.
Yeah.
In the boot.
Who?
The studio.
Yeah, oh,
Right.
definitely there, yeah.
Just to go back, like Maddie, you were on the podcast before,
Yeah.
and you described how you got into music through your father and all of this.
Yeah.
The show bandy kind of, I wouldn't even say show bandy, but early 70s type music.
Yeah, rock and roll stuff.
Connor, how did you
Yeah.
get into music?
Well, I've always had a bit of a musical ear. I first learned violin when I was 5.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and did that for 3 years, and it just was not for me. And eventually
You just wanted
I,
to bang things.
yeah, I had a bit more of an aggressive attitude to life, so the outlet was drums. And then it
Nice.
was when I was 10 years old, picked up the drums, and had some really good teachers that were a lot about rudimental stuff. So doing all the back to the basics, and I think having a really good structure behind me, it meant that I could progress as fast as I did, which was really good. But yeah, I just had a lot of musical influences. I had a dad who was similar taste to music that
No
Maddie's
way.
did as well. So a lot of the old stuff like the Queens and old Police as well.
Yeah.
and,
Have you ever watched, just even lately, Sting has teamed up with Shaggy.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it's so good.
I love it. Yeah,
It's the weirdest
I've
thing ever,
not
but
seen
it's
that.
The
awesome.
strangest shit ever, but it's unbelievable. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
chewing gum and Guinness. You know? Jesus.
For those who weren't here before the podcast started, Hamish has been battling a really bad ear problem,
Yeah.
and chewing gum has been helping him clear it out.
Yeah.
And he's chewing gum right now, if you can't see us.
I thought it was because
And
you're
he's,
autistic.
Yeah.
and he's drinking Guinness at the same time, but he puts the gum into the pocket of his cheek.
Into the
Takes a
pocket.
gulp like a psychopath.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
it separate.
So on to you. How did you get into music, Hamish?
I started guitar maybe when I was 11 or 12.
No way.
There was lessons at school, and basically I didn't care about music. I just wanted to get out of class.
Yeah.
Oh no way! You literally got out of class. to
Got
do
out
it.
of class to go to another block to just go
Okay,
play
sweet.
guitars, and I barely touched it, and then slowly just kind of started picking it up. But it was just a way to kind of goof off with my friends, and I don't know, somewhere along the line, I just kind of kept going and kept learning it, and
Obviously, you
What?
started
Yeah.
off with acoustic.
start off with acoustic. But yeah, I remember the first time I was given an electric guitar to play,
Yeah.
just in class. Like the teacher brought one out, he was like, this is an electric. He kind of showed us how to do a riff from a local band, and it was Stereogram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Walkie Talkie Man, look it up. It's
Kiwi
a sick
representing.
song, yeah. It's
1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah,
Is it a New Zealand song?
it's a New Zealand
Oh,
song,
no way.
great New Zealand band.
What's the name of the band?
Stereogram,
Okay, no. I
Walkie
haven't.
Talkie Man.
Walkie
the video won a
Talkie Man,
Grammy.
yeah.
It was a huge
No
thing,
way.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
So he was kind of riffing that out on an electric, and then I think that was when I was like, oh shit, this is
Oh.
me. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You might know this. Fingers crossed. I'm going to shoot this to the two of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Our friends came back from Australia and they have picked up a couple of songs. There's like a rap song I'll talk to them about afterwards. I don't even know. It's like I'm single and I'm on the prow. You know that one?
No.
No, I'll show you.
I
later. I'll show you later. And
Like,
then,
sounds like
need a little
Connor's
more than
life
that.
story.
and then there's also a thing that I've been saying to myself, but it's a lyric from a song from Australia and New Zealand, your side of the world. The name of it is From Small Things, Big Things Grow. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
No, but that's deep.
Fucking tune. It's such a good song. I'll show you afterwards. But
Yeah.
I keep on saying that to myself recently. I'm like, okay, you start off small, you water the seed or whatever. From small things, big things grow. I'd nearly even just like play it into the podcast so everyone can hear it too.
From little things, big things grow. From little things, big things grow.
I'll show you afterwards.
Oh, I've heard that
this
one.
song.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll come
Wow.
in handy later.
Unreal. And then just briefly for the new people that are listening to this podcast, how did you get into music?
Started from a young age as well. My parents forced me to play piano when I was like 6 until 12, and then
Just at night, 6 until 12. at night.
yeah, every day,
Yeah.
8 days a week.
Yeah.
And then that was not for me, so then I switched to guitar when I was like 12, and then picked it up from my dad, who's an old rock and roller, and just kind of self-taught myself, which is kind of funny because one time I told Connor that I don't know any of the notes on my guitar, and he didn't think I was serious, but I'm like fairly serious. And then now we're here. Playing in a rock and roll band. Your dad's in a band too.
He's in a
He
band.
still
Oh,
is.
shit, no way.
Yeah.
My dad took a different approach. He started drumming in his mid to late 40s, and now he's in a band.
Yeah,
So
never
he-
too old.
He was just
Shout out dads.
Yeah.
So maybe I inspired him. It's like
Role reversal there.
yeah, because I
He
don't
said,
know.
when I grow up, I just want to be like,
Yeah.
He was saying I don't get enough chicks. I got songs and guitar.
Yeah, well, we went halves on a drum kit together when I was like 16, so I had a drum kit at
No
one
way.
stage. I never played the thing because I just
Oh, it's too tricky,
it's
right?
too
Yeah, it's
difficult.
so hard.
Yeah, drumming, man. It's too
And who's going to talk for your bassist? He's not here today, but
You work with Gaz the most.
Yeah, I've known Gaz a while. He is just like a phenomenal musician, like a
Yeah.
crazy talent. Just the nicest guy you'll ever meet. But he's a Californian rocker who's been in like music his whole life.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
a jazz bass player, a punk bass
you
player.
can see the punk aspect when you come
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
when you see him live,
Yeah.
he's got
Yeah.
it.
He,
100%.
he knows his stuff, man. Like he can sight read songs on the spot and just like pick them up
Unbelievable.
immediately. In the studio, he was like almost flawless. Like he like recorded his sections, they ran them back, and it was like Jeff was like, dude, like nice playing. There's like no edits, changes, or anything.
No way.
He was just done.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's funny because we're like, most of us had to like do a couple double takes or like whatever, like double tracking vocals or guitar, and then Gaz just like did it, and then I came back with lunch and walked in, and everyone's like,
This is your lunch back.
yeah. I came in with lunch for me and Connor, and I walked in, and everyone was like sitting around waiting, and I'm like, are we not recording? And they're like, oh no, Gaz just did it like perfectly, so we're just gonna sit around for a bit.
Which was so good because
Yeah.
I mean we had so much more time for
Yeah.
fun
Going
stuff.
in as a band, you figured out you have a range of songs all set, and first of all, down to how did it go? Like picking Jeff Zip as the producer, and how did that the whole process from start to finish, from
Okay.
just you have everything ready, but you just needed to get in and do it.
Yeah. So.
Because that was like kind of taken off from the last podcast. Then.
Yeah, so last time we had a different song lined up. Jeff was on your podcast right after me, I think.
Yeah.
And I watched the whole thing and was like the entire time, this is our guy. And
Oh, no way.
he's been on my radar for a long time because he works with Paul Caldwell,
Yeah.
Kate Yan,
Larry
Emmett
too.
Jerome. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did Larry's stuff too. So
Bad Money Boys as
Bad
well.
Money Boys, yeah. So he's been on the radar for a while, and then once your podcast gave us an insight into his
I really
personality
appreciate that, yeah.
and everything, I was like, that's the guy.
There it goes.
And then I said, Sean, can you give me his phone number? And you said, yeah, sure.
I thought you were fishing for a load of people. I didn't.
Nah. And then I think I texted Jeff. He replied right away and was like, what are you doing this like Tuesday, Thursday? And I was like, well, I don't know.
No way. That
Yeah.
quick.
And he was like, meet me in Smith's and we'll have a chat about what you want to do.
Yeah, he
And
lives
then-
just right around Smith's.
Yeah. So Hamish came down with me, sat there and talked with him for like probably 45 minutes, asked a million questions. He was in like a punk rock cut-off t-shirt that he cut the sleeves off, so I was like, this guy's fucking cool.
He's most enthusiastic guy.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Really
So positive.
Yeah.
really
100%.
fit the vibe for us. And then I guess in the summer we polished off She Was Gone, and then we were in Battle of the Bands, and we came top 3 out of 32
There you
bands.
go. Yeah.
And She Was Gone was the song that brought us there. And we had our guest bassist, Mr. Cormac O'Neill.
Cormac.
Shout out.
There you go, Cormac.
Thanks for hopping in on us for that. And I think maybe the crowd reaction, the whole thing was a crazy day. And I think that day was probably like we were like, we're recording this song.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the decider, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
She was
think so.
gone on Spotify now. Get it quick.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
All streaming
Enjoy.
platforms. All streaming platforms.
And then I don't know what else do you guys want to punch in there.
So just after meeting Jeff, getting
Yeah.
into the studio, being in a studio. Have you been in a studio before? Or was it your first time?
So I have before with a high school band.
No way.
And
High school, did you good with music? Like that's class.
yeah, like I guess just because I've been like drumming since I was 10, and then yeah, I had a high school band for a while, and we did a few of the competitions, a local competition called Rock Quest.
Rockquest.
Yeah, every.
Did you go to school together?
No, but
Nah,
it's
nah.
New Zealand and famous, or wide, whatever you want to
Oh,
call it.
cool,
Like,
cool.
yeah, everyone knows about Rock Quest in New Zealand. Yeah, and then we did a couple of little things here and there. We won a little competition where we got some recording time, and I could not tell you where the recording is or what happened, but
You're gonna have
I
to dig
mean-
it out.
oh, I think that's lost in the archives somewhere.
Nardwar
But like,
will dig it out.
What was the name of the song?
oh, that's exactly my point. I can't remember. The band was called Amplitude, though, and yeah, it was the beginnings of just like learning how to be in a band, the kind of recording process. We got a little bit of training of how to write songs and things like that. So,
No way.
I got like some good exposure when I was younger, for sure. And
Sick.
then moving to Canada, well, actually, finished high school, I should say, and then nothing but just playing drums by myself all the way up until moving to Canada. And then it was actually during COVID times that I met Hamish and Gary. We were just doing some jams sessions there, and then the band sparked up again. And I always was wanting to get back into sort of music and band stuff, so
When
Yeah.
you were when you said you're just drumming by yourself, are you just like at home drumming?
yeah,
Yeah.
just drum into music, and I got like
You would never do
electric-
like street gigs or anything like that, no?
No, I didn't have the desire to be totally
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Like
That's wicked.
it's I mean, because yeah, especially Vancouver living, you got to be on the electric kit,
Yes.
which is was a bit of a change, but like I've gotten used to it now. I've got a decent enough kit that sounds good, and we gig with it now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
a lot easier.
Even it's just so more convenient though.
Oh.
Like if you're like
Oh,
drumming, put the headphones in.
Yeah.
No one really cares.
Yeah.
As in your mother or your aunt.
Yeah,
or your
yeah, not
roommate or
bothering
whatever.
people, which is
Yeah.
a big thing growing up. But yeah, and so it's just a big change going back from just being so solo and to back into the band vibe. But
Keep
yeah,
keep them all straight, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I think that maybe it was just really a lot of learnings that I had when I was younger to how to interact with people, how to like cue in certain things, and you see that in our performances as well. A lot of times we'll just, there's these looks that we do, just try and sort of cue it. Oh, is this the end of the song? Yeah.
We're gonna extend
give
it
it
out
up.
a little bit more.
Yeah. Unless we're playing Rattling Bog.
It's like, one more time!
There is a signal, but I get it mixed up
Yeah, it
every
goes
single
backwards.
time. I do it on the wrong thing, and
Yeah.
then Connor, gets really mad at me.
Yeah.
The next thing goes is this like
Yeah.
Find enough
Team America.
sticks
Yeah,
to
Team
spare, you
America.
get one. But
Have
yeah.
you been in the studio before?
No, that was my first time.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the first
Hey,
time.
man.
But
What about you? You in?
Just in high school.
No way.
Yeah, we had a really good music program. So I went to Burnaby South Secondary, shout out, and they got a ton of money from Michael J. Fox.
Oh, cool.
shit. Yeah.
So we have the Michael J. Fox Theater, and there's just a big drama music program. So like I was in.
Is that near like Imperial? Or like,
Yeah, close.
Oh, I used to live on Gilead.
Yeah, it's on Gillian
Yeah.
Rumble,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
about. But yeah, I guess we did like senior jazz band recording. I was playing saxophone back then, and then
What?
yeah,
You never told me you played sax.
I played tenor sax.
this is new.
What?
Yeah,
You guys don't know either?
News to us.
Okay.
We're always so humble. Yeah, I played tenor sax in high school, but then we had like music comp. So there's like 2 main studios in the school, I think, and then like 3 or 4 practice rooms that are like isolated like sound boxes. It's probably totally different now. I haven't been there in like over 10 years, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was like our recording experience there. But yeah, it was cool like going in, I guess. We were all had
Yeah.
our minds put to work and it just kind of happened.
Yeah, I feel like we had enough background to go into the studio that we weren't going to muck around Jeff, that we knew what we were trying to do. So then, yeah, when we...
Of course, brass taxes as well. You're paying for a time slot, so you're like,
Yeah,
kind of pressure's on.
That's
Yeah.
And you have to like
Yeah.
level your game
Yeah.
up. I
Do
could
the
imagine.
work at home if you
Yeah.
can. Right? So
Yeah,
that when
yeah,
you
yeah.
go in there with the time you got, you can.
Go in with a game plan. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
Exactly.
Jeff was pretty stoked too. Like
yeah, he was...
we booked 3 days and we had the song done in 2.
yeah, kind of 1.5,
so-
really.
Yeah, one
Did
and
you
a
prep
half
up a
ish.
second song then?
No,
No,
we didn't. We had no idea
Yeah.
how long it was gonna take,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
left it an open book.
Yeah, because I mean, like, my drumming side of it was done by the morning
Yeah.
of the day
By
one.
lunch,
Holy
yeah.
fuck. So, as a complete novice, how did you aim to like structure the song to record it? Do you do it as a story, like we're going to do the start, the intro, the middle, and
Not really.
how does that
So-
all work out?
Yeah. Do you
We
want
kinda,
to
like,
go for it?
Jam it a few times together with a.
Even
with a
just to
quick
show
track.
Jeff, I can imagine, right?
Just yeah, we played it
Giving
about
him
like
the vibe.
6 or 7 times before the record button was even hit, just so that he sort of understands.
yeah.
Okay, this is what we're doing, or I assume that's what we were doing
Yeah.
before, but to warm
Yeah.
us up as well.
And then we put a click track to it, and that was a new game changer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Learning that certain sections we actually tried to slow them down and speed them up, but yep, it was
Yeah.
So we had like
accidentally.
there's like a main. Have you been to Jeff's studio?
I have, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So everyone's down at the bottom,
Yeah.
and I'm like Mr.
You're in the
Lonely,
booth.
yeah, up
Yeah.
top. And like there's this little window I can see you guys all laughing and having fun and all that. And
You
I'm
get a little
in,
bit of FOMO.
Fucking red light on the top there with my phone glowing on my face.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess he like put the click track on and then we just started jamming.
Can you explain the click track?
Oh,
So it's just like, it's like you're chewing
It's
in
a
the
click in
background.
your ear, so you're wearing headphones for everything
Yeah.
you record, and it's just keeping the beat going
Yeah,
for
consistent.
you.
but
So
then we had that issue where in the double time part of the song,
we were slowing down.
We were actually slowing it down,
Yeah.
which we thought we were too fast because it feels like a faster section of the song anyway. But yeah, evidently we were kind of slightly slower.
yeah.
So,
So then we
that
ended
was a
up-
learning in itself, and
I
as a
think
drummer, it's kind of embarrassing. But I
we,
mean,
like-
here we are.
We double timed the click track. So instead of like click, 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 it was like click, 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 click.
Yeah.
And like I think that like added a ton of energy too. 'cause
Yeah, it
it
was
really
actually-
felt like we were bouncing around the
Yeah.
studio.
So yeah, you can kind of feel that bounce in the recording itself, where there's a lot of energy. I think the key word that I keep hearing is it's fun.
Yeah.
Is the song itself is fun.
Every song that you have, like you categorized yourself as like rock band, right? But every song is upbeat and it's happy.
Yeah.
Summer vibes.
Mhm.
Like, I fucking
Yeah.
I really enjoy all your tracks.
Yeah.
Even, no, honestly, I
My man.
cheers
Do
on
we,
that.
do we
Do cheers to
take
that.
that a little bit down there? Don't cough on it.
No, honestly, God, yeah,
Yeah.
it's wicked.
It's an interesting point. I think like we never really defined that we were going to be like an upbeat kind of bluesy rock band.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of purposeful to ensure that we made it a little bit more organic. And we did have some songs that maybe were a little bit more technical in the very beginning, and we're like we're trying to make a sound. And
I'd say that's even the hardest thing to go into
Yeah.
like a complete blank canvas, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna drop doing covers and we're gonna do our own thing, but what is it? And you're just
Yeah.
scratching your head.
Yeah.
well, when you have a Hamish, it's a little bit easier. Yeah, he's pretty
Hands of
good.
God.
He's pretty good at like coming up with riffs and like
yeah.
and letting the riffs kind of like come to life as well, which I
Yeah.
kind of noticed. Like he's got a metal background in terms of like the stuff he'll actually listen to,
Yeah.
but then he comes out with these blues riffs,
Mm.
and then that kind of and then Gary's punk, and then Maddie's Maddie, and
What is Maddie?
I'm a soul man.
yeah, and then I guess I'm kind of like progressive rock
Yeah.
in the terms of what I listen to and play to.
Yeah.
Into for drumming,
Once
and then
you've
yeah, that
amalgamated
kind of
together,
amalgamation.
It's really cool.
It's a fun
Yeah.
blues. But I think
Yeah.
we were like trying to be like an indie band at first with our first songs, and then when we started playing blues and rock, Like
It's more us.
You texted me and you were like, I'm more comfortable with like coming up with licks that are like this or blues, and then I was like, great, I'm like way better at singing blues and soul than like pop and rock. So
Yeah.
it worked out.
Oh, right. No,
Yeah.
I'm happy it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As going forward now, you have more songs in the bucket, I suppose. Then are you going to get back into the studio, or what's the idea?
No, that's it. The band's done.
Yeah.
See ya.
Wonder.
We got 1,000 streams. We're done.
Yeah.
It's only released like 2 days.
Yeah. We're in a weird. We were in a weird spot. We had like a couple weird injuries with the band. Gary hurt his hand. Hamish has his ear thing. But fingers crossed, we're in the studio with Jeff on the...
He's traveling now as well, isn't he?
Yeah, but he better be back on
Yeah.
December 27th because it's going to be really upsetting.
If he's not there.
So we're in with him on the 27th to 30th, I think. Yeah, 3 days. And we're hoping we can get 2 songs down
Nice.
there. And yeah, what songs are we doing, guys?
I was going to say.
I've got lots of material to share with you guys. I just haven't been around. So. I bought my laptop today, so
Okay.
if you want to stick
no
around after this,
All right,
then
let's do
I
that.
Can,
We'll hang out
I
after.
can share ideas.
So you don't have a set in stone 2 songs?
Are we not doing
We do.
Yeah.
We're not doing the other ones?
We've got
I got
Stiletto, which is like another rock song.
Yeah, another bluesy.
Another bluesy rock song,
It's
upbeat,
got upbeat. It's got a real kick to it.
good kick. There's a lot of technical drumming and guitar that like links up. I don't know if you noticed in our last song, but we kind of try to do that in the song and really link up everybody at the same time. So there's one part in She Was Gone where we do a couple hits where
It's
it's
like a triplet feel.
Yeah. One of the lyrics is like, love me 2 times, and then the band just goes boom, boom,
Yeah.
and then silence,
Yeah,
and then back
yeah,
into
yeah,
it again.
yeah.
So we try to do that kind of technical stuff to
Yeah,
make
sort
it
of
fun.
elevate it.
Elevate it, yeah. And then I think we're going to do Set Me Free.
Yeah,
Is that
which
still on
is-
the docket?
Well, I mean, it sounds like we might have other options, but I
Yeah.
don't know if we're gonna have time.
I might have another idea. But
Okay,
it's
okay.
not time.
We're very fluid. See, like we'll be like,
Oh.
yes, we're doing
Yeah.
Sugar and Sun up until like a month before, and we're
Yeah.
like,
No,
nope.
yeah, I was
We're
so
doing
surprised
this.
when
Yeah, switched it out.
she's gone. I was like, oh my god, she is definitely gone.
And no more Sugar and Sun.
yeah.
But yeah, and then that current other one, the
Set Me Free.
Set Me Free,
Yeah.
it's a real kind of driving, but like kind of slower, but it's just like a good thud that kind of like keeps you going.
I picture like the part from the Killers song where it's like, I got
Got
soul,
soul.
but I'm
Oh,
not a
nice.
soldier. So it's
Yeah.
like a big
Yeah.
building.
It's got that kind of feel to it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's a forever building song.
And whatever Hamish
Yeah.
has with one ear.
So we're gonna name the album One Ear.
Yeah. One ear open.
Unreal. Just before we tie up, on the complete off chance, completely random, when you're doing your downtime, what do you do in Vancouver when you're bored?
Ooh. That's a weird one.
All right.
I definitely don't hang out with these guys.
We don't even live in Vancouver.
Yeah, I'm out in the boonies.
But
Man, I don't know. I'm getting a dog on the weekend.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
stoked. Yeah.
Oh, I have a dog.
We got a little nice,
Yeah.
dude. You're my dog.
that was cheesy.
I don't know. I work on cars. That's kind of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you do.
Just
yeah.
do that, and none of them run, obviously. That's what working on cars is all about.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you do, Connor?
I run a lot.
No way.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, he does marathons.
Well,
way.
I haven't done a marathon yet.
Are you signed up to one?
Gonna
In
do
July,
the
is it?
May.
May?
BMO, but like did the Victoria half in October as well.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's the week after we did the recording. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like lots of running, lots of sports, volleyball.
Nice.
Touch rugby in summer
In
is actually
summer,
how we
kicks off,
know.
yeah.
It's how I know Medi is touch rugby.
Yeah.
Oh, did you do rugby as well, Hamish?
No.
Yes, he did. He played for the Rowers for like half a season.
Before COVID, yeah.
Yeah.
When did
Yeah.
you actually arrive to Vancouver?
August 2019.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's fairly recent.
Yeah, like 4 years now.
Yeah.
So
Unreal.
for a bit, yeah.
And you never answer what you do when you're bored in Vancouver.
Drink.
Yeah.
Chew
Video
gum.
games. Gum. I don't know. I try ski sometimes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't-
Snowboarding as well.
Snowboarding in the wintertime.
That's true.
Yeah.
We try to get a hold
All
of
your time-
venues to let
all-
us
all
film
your time
stuff.
just
Yeah.
making music. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not? Like
exactly.
when it's the rainy season, get into the studio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it does like it brings everyone together with the cold and the wet
Yeah.
in Vancouver, and like you'll see the pubs are packed in Vancouver in the winter, like especially
Yeah.
the Irish ones. And, like,
It's funny on the flip side, when it gets like the beginning of warm season, is a really bad time to try and do gigs.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Unless they're outdoor
That's
gigs.
right.
Needs an outdoor venues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like this year alone, we learnt a lot about what gigs to sort of book, where
When
to
to
be,
book them.
yeah, and what festivals are kind of like are going to be more beneficial to us.
Yeah.
things
It's
like
like
that.
that Irish Fusion Festival. That was like a big one. And then
You're out there filming us.
Yeah.
You little
that's
bugger.
that's in the back pocket. But yeah, man, fucking.
That was a good time.
That was a great time. Yeah.
Ooh.
And then, are you going to do Battles Band next year, or how does it all play out? I know, all injuries aside and,
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Like how does the next 6 months plan out?
I know I've been in contact with the Shipyards guys. So Mike is one of the directors there, and he came up to us after the Battle of the Bands, and he said, like, I know a residency here was part of the first place prize, but you guys just blew the roof off of this
Oh,
place,
no way.
and we want to see you here like once a month on a Friday. So he gave us a residency there. So
shit.
shout out Shipyards.
Woo.
We're coming for you. 2024.
Next summer.
We're gonna
Oh,
be
shit.
there. I think that'll be a pretty good home. We've got a home in the Canby.
Yep, the
Canby
Canby's
loves
been
us.
pretty good. It's a big area too, and
I was actually at your
Yeah.
show. I wasn't the last one; it was the one beforehand.
Oh
I
yeah,
At the
was
Canby?
sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
It's a good
Yeah,
place.
That-
That's
Yeah.
a good place. I was always kind of off the Canby. I don't know why. I was
Yeah.
too
It's
busy.
a young pub, like lots of young people.
Going in, it's
oh, when we
Well,
play
it's
though,
good to
all
have a
our old
band
friends
there.
come though.
Yeah,
no, it's good to have a band there. Normally, if you just, I went on like a normal night, and it's just
Yeah.
like crammed and.
yeah.
No,
They do like Latin nights and things on like
They
Tuesday,
Oh,
do,
Thursday,
crazy.
but
at least a Friday
Yeah.
night or something.
yeah. So I think this year we're really gonna try and work on our own sound and our music, and get into some bigger music specific venues. We love the bars. We love Donnellan's. We love
Johnny Fox's.
Johnny Fox's.
Yeah.
Shamrock.
Shout out.
Me and Hamish do a Shamrock duo. But we want to play our own music, and
Yeah.
there's no better feeling.
Have you heard of Secret Sessions?
Yes, Mr. Ollie.
There you go.
We'll give him a shout. Yeah.
No, David Willis.
Oh, I thought it was Ollie that did
Different,
it.
maybe a different guy.
Oh, okay.
I'll hook you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna hook us up.
Hook
There
us
you
up.
go.
But yeah, there's no better feeling than like yesterday. Felt like it was my birthday.
Yeah, I
We
felt the
released
same.
song.
It's your birthday when?
No, it
no,
felt
no.
like it was
Oh.
our birthday.
Just-
It's
Yeah.
my birthday tomorrow.
Oh!
Happy early birthday!
Yeah.
The last day of 30.
What's a Bluetooth Guinness?
It's 30?
Well, 31 tomorrow.
31.
All
okay.
right.
Okay.
Young.
Well, yeah.
Only down.
Guys, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's a pleasure to have you on
Awesome.
and to celebrate your song that's been released. Pop it up and sell it to everyone
All right.
listening.
We got She Was Gone. It's a blues rock song. We're revamping the vintage rock and roll sound from the 70s. I know a ton of bands that are in on it with us. We got Kate Yan, she's doing the same thing. The Bad Money Boys are doing the same thing. I think the 70s are back.
Yes.
And you can catch us on Spotify if you look up Maddie Miller and the Barge Boys. Same with Instagram and Facebook. We're all about it.
Unreal. Thank you. Again. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe. Unreal.
Nice.
Thank you.